have a confession for you today. I am here to admit to you that I am a preset man. For a few years now, I have felt like I needed to be able to design patches for my music, or it wasn't really my music. If I was using sounds that someone else had designed, the music was not genuinely, authentically me. And so I just wanted to put the word out there to anyone else who might be struggling with that same mindset. My advice, so I have advice that a buddy of mine shared with me probably 15 years ago. I don't remember what the circumstances were, but I was whining about something. And he said, I'm gonna tell you how to fix this. I'm like, great, all ears, whatever the problem is, I want it fixed. He said, get $60, go to Lowe's, buy yourself a ladder and get over it. And so that advice has stuck with me for a long time. It applies to a lot of situations, especially when I'm whining. But the point is, just get over whatever hang up you have about using presets and feel free to use them. That's why they're out there. That's why they've been created, is for people who are ready to make music but aren't necessarily ready to sound design. I hope to continue to get better at sound designing, but right now it's just not my bread and butter. The only synthesizer I've got that I've really spent much time designing sound on is the Prologue. And I think I have about 65 patches on the Prologue that I have made myself. And to be honest, I don't use the factory patches on the Prologue. I have enough usable content that I've been able to generate that I can just go to one of those. But I'm going to tell you that out of the 65 patches that are on the Prologue that I've created, I'll bet you 50 of those are some variation of the good old, brass pad kind of sound, where you basically have two saw waves slightly detuned from one another. You get the filter going and the LFO, and it's probably 50 of them are extremely similar to one another. So the point is, I've come to the realization that I'm not great at sound designing, and I hope to get better. But because of that, I'm going to use presets. I have, between the hardware and the software that I've got, I have, 10,000 presets to choose from. I can't see a scenario where I'm going to say, man, I just can't find the sound I'm looking for. It's in my computer or in my hardware somewhere. Someone's already made the sound I want. I know that. So don't be afraid of using presets. There's a lot of value in just scrolling through presets, getting yourself familiar with what you have access to. Sometimes you're going to come across a sound that's going to spark some interest, some inspiration. You're going to get a great idea and start running with it just because you heard a preset. And also, don't play one note of a preset and immediately allow yourself to be turned off by the sound just because you don't necessarily like it. One of the things about presets is you kind of, at times, you need to hear them in context with the rest of your song or the rest of your music. See how it fits into the mix. Once you start mixing your song and you start working with panning and EQing and probably some effects in some cases, that preset is not going to sound a whole lot like it did when you first heard it, all on its own. So, give sounds a chance. Give sounds that you don't normally think you like, give them a chance. They may have a place in your song just because they're going to fill a frequency space that nothing else is, or they're going to cut through in a spot where you just need a little burst of something. So again, presets are valuable. I'm still trying to get myself into the mindset of being okay with using them because I'm not a great sound designer. But so anyway, I just want to encourage anybody else that might be struggling with this topic, use presets. That's what they've been created for, is to help you make the music you want to make. And so just go for it, just do it. Anyway, thanks for sticking around for this video. We will catch you in the next one.